here we can see it is what the thing is we have studied the time.
Summing function. Summing.
Summing function. Yes. Here R is the input, but this N is tabulous. Is tabulous. Is that it is also can seen as this input. So for this closed loop control system, there are two inputs. We can see one is R, the other is N, and this output is C, and G1, G2.
What is N?
N tabulous. And this R is input. And in another word, the turbulence is also input. So the transfer function of R is Cs by Rs, and the transfer function of N is Cs by Ns. So we can see here G1, G2 is the gain, and Fs is the feedback. So this is the transfer function of R and N. There are two transfer functions. Now, here, if you have any interesting, you can to reference this formula by yourself. But this is not very important much. So we only.
Which one?
It's not very important. We only to know this thing. Now let's go on. I have given you the PPT. You need to write down what have shown. Okay, let's go. Now this is CS. CS is consists of two parts. One is this the input by Rs, and another is the input by Ns. So it is that contain two parts. Now another here is the multiple input for arrow. Now the arrows include this part input, and that is the turbulence. Now here this HERS is ES by RS equal to this, and that is this equal to ES by MS. So we can do each step by step, and it only asks you to know there is the arrow for different input. Okay, for open loop transfer function, the ratio of this feedback same DS to the actual arrow sender ES is called the open loop transfer function. Is also the ratio of the feedback signal BS to the actual error signal ES. Now, let's see another very important content. Now, it is a characteristic equation. Now, for the characteristic equation is this denominator polynomial of the closed loop transfer function. What do you mean? I remember the transfer function of closed loop transfer function. Now, for the closed loop, the transfer function equal to this. Phi is equal to what? It also says by Rs. Now equal to GS. In general, is GS 1 plus or minus GS HS log.
The feedback.
Yes. This G is the gain and this H is the drag. So in this 3D we can see here this G is G1 and H is G2. So the denominator polynomial of the closed loop transfer function is 1 plus G1 G2 Fs equal to 0.
Equation.
For a system to be stable, the poles or the rules of currency need to have negative real part, means to be on the left part of the complex plane. Now we can see here. This use this transfer function 1 plus G1 G2 F. So it is the characteristic equation equal to this. But for this transfer function of the closed loop complete system, now it is the characteristic equation. It is this part. Is the 1 plus or minus G S H S equal to 1 to 0. Now this is the characteristic equation. Now if the system is stable, the powers. Now the root of this equation are called powers. The powers need to have negative real part.
Yeah.
Are you understanding it?
Negative real part
Means for the complex plane. This is for complex plane. Now, if these poles have negative real part, means this point is on the
negative real part.
left or right?
Yes, negative.
Left part of this complex plane.
Yes.
So, because on this plane, this P equal to x plus y, I here in this plane x is less than 0.
Yes.
X is less than 0. So, for this characteristic equation, if this poles have negative real part, that means the poles P1, P2, this P1, this is P2, this is P3, P4 are on the right of this complex plane. Now, we continue. Here we show the study flow graph. Why we show the start SFG? That is the signal flow graph. What? Why? Why will you study it?
Yes, but why?
Why?
我不知道。
我不知道。Because on this part, we feel complex. It's ridiculous. We have this know how to do it. Yes. But if we use this signal flow graph, we feel it's not very easy. It is very easy. We can see here. What means the composition of signal flow graph? Signal flow graph.
Signal flow graph.
point.
Yes.
Yes, we have in this block diagram, we have now this subjective and kickoff are basic elements for this block diagram. Now, for the signal flow graph, the node is the basic element for this figure. Now, this node is used for the addition of the signal on all incoming branch. This node. Now, the third is the transmission of this total node signal to all outgoing branches. Now, the sum of all incoming signals, the signal. Now, we also include arrow. Arrow, what is the arrow? It is a block and arrow which express the direction of signal falling. Now, here, let's you see. We show the compare these two. One is a block diagram. The another is a signal flow graph. For the block diagram, we have some basic elements. This is a block. And this is semi-junction. And here, this is kick-off point. Kick-off point. And also, this is arrow. In general, it consists of the four of basic animals. And the animals we can see, because we can see here this is G. Now, it is tend to this signal flow graph. Then we have the corresponding names. We can see here. This block we can see also is the gain of the system of this signal flow graph. And this two is a node of this of this signal flow graph. It's a node. Now this gain is a gain. It is read by this dot. Now the arrow is also arrow. It's also arrow. Now this is the example. For this block diagram, we can translate it into signal flow graphs. Now, here, input, out, eyes. You can see here, eyes. Now, the semi-junction node. Where is the node? The semi-junction, this is node. Now, here, this G is the gain of this arrow. And this kickoff point is respond to this node. Now, and this output is Y. For this block diagram, H is this feedback. Now, here, this H because minus.
Negative 50.
So here is the minus HH. It is the branch gain. The branch gain. Now here the arrow also is the branch. The branch. It's we can see from here. This block. What block? Is this gain? Branch gain. Or branch gain. This GS and this minus HS are all gains of this channel flow graphs. Now, this is tell us how to translate a block diagram into its corresponding the signal flow figures. Now, this is you can take some minutes to remember it. Okay, let's go on. There is some algebra.
Series the sum
This is
series.
three
Series.
nodes. We can to two nodes.
Yeah.
Now, each means two branches connect each other.
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, then we can see now this gain is AB. And for this type of connections, now this gain is A plus B. And for this connections, the gain is AC plus
X1.
BC. And for this X1, this rate is AB by 1 minus BC.
This feedback
Feedback.
is positive feedback.
So this is now here there is some terminology for us to start. Now we should close this system and this move. Great, so that also after. Now, this
It's not working. It's not working.
Lossy.
What?
Fastigation. X3 will be X1.
Yes.
Or is it X2, X1?
X2 by X1 equal to A, and X3 by X2 is B.
X1 plus X2 equal A and X2 plus X3 equal B.
Yes. For this place now. A, B, X1, X2, X3. Now, here we can see this input is X1. For this part, this X2 is the output. But for the one, this X3 is the output. So we can see here X2 by X1 equal to A, and the X3 by X2 is B. So X3 by X1 equal to X3 by X2, and X2 by X1 equal to
AB.
AB.
So X3 equal X1.
Yes, okay. Oh, let's go on. We should remember this terminology of signal flow figure. Now we can see here. You can see this the figure I have given in this part. You can see clear on this.
Okay.
Okay. Left. This R is and ES also this YS. Minus HS. This is G1. This part is GS.
Feedback.
There is about 8 terminology we should remember. First is source. What is source? The source is a node with only outgoing branch. First, source. Source. It is a node with only outgoing branch. Now here we can see R is for this node, it is a source. This node is a source. Source. The second is sink. Now, it is also a node with only incoming branches. Now, incoming, we can see here. So, this point is sink. This point is sink. Sink. The third is the pass. The pass is a group of connect branches have the senses of direction. The third terminology is pass. The pass means a group of connected branches have the senses of have the same direction. How this? Sense of direction. Now, here, what's pass? Here, we see word pass. From this source to the sink, you can see this is the pass.
Connected to branches.
Pass. The forward pass. The forward pass is a pass originates from a source and no more is encountered more than once. So we can say it is here. It's a pass. It is a pass originating from the source. We can see this is a forward pass. This is a forward pass. And then no node is no node is encountered more than once. This is the forward pass. Now we can here. This is the pass. This part also is pass. Now we can see here. This part also is pass. But from this source and to the sink, there is this part. This is a forward pass. Forward pass. This pass originates from source and no node is encountered more than is pass gain. Pass gain. Pass gain. Pass gain is a product of this coefficient associated with these branches along the path. Now, the path gain is the product of the coefficient associate with the branches along the path. Here you can see the path gain for this path, forward path, the gain is G. The gain is G. But for this path, here it is 10 to this node, the second node. Now this path gain is G times minus Hs. So it is minus G Hs. This path gain is not the same. And this sixth technology is feedback loop. For the feedback loop, so first it is a loop. A loop. What is a loop? A loop also is a path. Also is a path. But start from a point and then end at the same point. So this is a loop. We can see here start from this point. Start from this point and also end at this point. So it is a loop. This is the now feedback loop is a path. It is also a path originating from a node and terminate at the same node. This means a node can be encountered more than once. Nodes encountered more than twice. This is feedback loop, and this the set terminology is a loop gain. Loop gain. The loop gain is the product of coefficient associated it will also the same as this. The also of product of the coefficient associated with this a branching forming affect the branches. Now is this part is different, but this part is forming a feedback loop. A feedback loop. This part is the same. This is loop gain or path gain. And the next is non-touch loops. 8. Touching loops. Now the non-touch loops are loops. Loops are non-touching. Loops are non-touching. Non-touching. If they do not pass any common nodes or branches.
Non-touching loop.
They don't pass any common node or branches. What does it mean? Non-touch loops. We can see here. If there is a loop, these two loops are non-touching because they have no common point, neither no common point, no common branches. So this 8 terminology of now here I give you an example. You should tell me what is the pass gain, forward pass, feedback loop gain, and the non-touching loops. Here there is a figure. This is x1, x2. And it's A. Then it's X3. Here is X4. Also, it's X5. A, B, C, D, and this is F, here is G, H, this is H, and this is D, this is K, and also is E. from me. In this figure, the source, the sink, the pass, forward pass, and pass gain, feedback loop, gain loop.
This x4 to x5, this feedback is k. x4 to x5, this feedback is k. Party.
We should give all these source, sink, pass, forward pass, pass gain, feedback loop, loop again, non-touch loops. We should find out what is you do first. Oh, you can have a rest.
Party. This feedback is k. x4 to x5, this feedback is k.
Yes,
This all is positive feedback.
feedback.
Is
We
it
need to
always-
do branch gain. This case, this branch gain. This is the T，我看对，这 T。Have a rest.
মেশিনারির ডিসঅ্যাসেম্বলি দিবসে তোমার লিখে দিতেন তো আমাদের আমরা হলুদ খালি কেন আমরা 5 জন হলুদ খালি কেন
So is x5 will equal ABCD x1. This x5 equal ABCD x1 without this feedback.
I have a question.
What?
Why is the minus? Because of this.
Now we have we can see here. This minus is from here.
Yeah. Oh. This one plus?
Yes, the input. The input.
This one is input. But this one is output.
Yes.
But
Feedback.
Feedback is a minus.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have a rest. Okay.
সোর্স হচ্ছে সোর্স এত জ্ঞান কেন এখন ব্রেকের সময় পড়াশোনা থাকে কি এটা বেস্ট সি এখন বেস্ট পড়ে
Coming to see.
এবিসিডি আমি এবিসি পাস
Okay. and class number
একটা প্রজেক্ট দেখে আমি হয়তো কিসের হ্যাঁ স্বামী এই ঘটনা কি বলটা কি কাউকে কিন্তু সত্যি
বুঝলাম না শরীরের একটা কথা সত্যি না শরীরের সব কথা মিথ্যা একটু টাকা কি করে কিছু করে আচ্ছা এই কি কোন গ্রুপে যে বকাবকি শুরু করে ঠিক ইচ্ছা আছে না এখানে ঠিক করতেছে না এখানে উল্টা পাল্টা হালায় মাগি পোয়া পাগল নাকি
আমাদের ধর্মগুলোর স্বভাব
টিচার আছে তিনজন টিচার আছে পাঁচ দুইটা টিচার
আমার কি মনে হচ্ছে জানি কোনো একদিন কোনো পা কাটা কোনো উত্তরে হ্যাঁ আমরা লাইটে নিয়ে কয়েকটা এগুলো পানি সেটা করে দেবো
যদি বলে দেয় সেটা ভাব জিজ্ঞাসা পারে হঠাৎ হঠাৎ একদিন মাথায় আসে তো আমি স্বামীর মাথায় আসে এগুলো কি বলতেছে বলো আবার বলতেছে হলুদ কালি কেন হ্যাঁ হলুদ কালি কি আমরা পাঁচজন আছি আমরা চিহ্নিত করছে নাকি যে পাপি আমরা পাঁচজন গুণাগার আচ্ছা আমাদের পাঁচজন না থাকতাম তাহলে কি সাদে গিয়ে
এই পাঁচটা হামলা করা ষড়যন্ত্র মামলায় জড়িত
রাত্রে তো সে দেখি একদম পুরো এই খাবার রাখছে
না সে একটা চিন্তা করো আসলে কারণে বিশ্বাস করে হ্যাঁ এগুলোর মানে কি
বলে দিলে বাচ্চা আর কি
বলে না দিলে কেন কত কিছু করতে হবে যেমন খসে কিছু যায় কত কিছু করতে হবে
ভগবানের জীবন বিশ্বাস হয়
না দেখছেন কি বলছে এখানে প্রতিটা হোমওয়ার্কে 6.6% করে মার্ক তারপরে 20% ল্যাব তারপরে এক্সামে 50% অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স 10% আগে কত সবাই অ্যাটেন্ড না অটো অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স দিয়েছিল ওরা তো বাঁচলাম
বন্ধু কি করে
excited হয়ে গেছে আমার তো সেম ইমেল করে নাই সেম একজনের কাছে এত বড় ইমেল কিভাবে অনেক যে উল্টা পাল্টা খাওয়া দাওয়া করে কেন বলতে না নিজেকে কি কবি মনে করেন আপনি ছিল মনে করেন কোন এলাকার ছিল আপনি
Let's go on. Here, source. What's the source? Would you like to tell me? Source? What's point is the source?
x1
A, yes, x1 is the source.
yes
Sink, what's the sink?
x5
x5
yes
is the sink. Pass. How many pass?
1 2 3 4 1 2 4 A B C D
Pass.
বাকিগুলো
A B C D D D pass E G
Now the pass we only focus on pass many pass. Pass too much. X1 to from x1 to x2 is pass. x2 to x3, 3 to x4,
connected
and x2, x3, x4, x2, x4, x3, x4,
X2,
x3, and too many. This pass too many,
9 plus
too many.
1,
9.
2, 3.
Now we only focus on forward pass. The forward pass, how many? What's the forward pass?
forward
Forward pass from source to sink. Source to sink. You can see here.
okay
X1, X2, X3, X4, X5 is the
forward
forward pass. Now, the first is X1 to X2, X3, X4, X4, X5.
four
It is the vector
1 2
pass.
3 4 5
The second pass is you can say forward pass.
X2 to X3, X3 to X5, X6 to X4, X4 to X5, X6 to X5.
Mm-hmm.
source and one second
go. Hash. X1, X2, X3, this one. So, this is the forward hash. S1, S2, S3. From this S5 to forward hash. Now this thing is this hash game, the forward hash game. Or this X1, X2, X4, 5. This game is quarter what? Is ABCD. The game is ABCD. And X1, X2, X3, X5 is ABE. This hash game for this forward hash game. Now, how many feedback loops? We should the loops. We should find all the loops. How many loops?
5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here, 1. This 2. This is 3. This is 4. Another. This is 5. I do this. Now, here, first look X2, X3, X2. The first look. The second look X3, X4, and X3. And the fifth loop is X4, X5, X4. And the fourth loop is X2, X3, X4, X5, and X2. And the fifth loop is X2, X3, and X5, X2. The loops game is, we can see here, for these loops, look is PF. This then, what is this?
CG.
GC. This
4, 5, 4. DK.
DK. Yes, DK. This looks
2, 3, 4.
BC.
Uh,
K.
B,
H.
B,
B.
C,
C.
D,
D.
H.
H.
Yeah.
What is
2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5.
F2? X. B. E. H. This is the loop game. Now we see here non-continuous. Non-continuous. What's the non-continuous? Which loops are non-counting? Non-counting, they have no common nodes or branches. Neither common nodes nor common branches. Which two is non-counting loops? would you like to tell me?
This is the X DES, the loop gain X2, 3, X5, 2. The last one.
How many? We can see there are five loops, five loops. We can see the first loop is this one. This, for the second loop, they have common nodes. It's red.
Yeah.
For the second loop, they have no common nodes or no branches. Yes or not? So these two are non-counting.
Yes.
Are non-counting. We can see the first and the fourth. Counting or non-counting? We see here.
Counting.
Counting.
X3.
Neither they have neither common knowledge and common branches. This branch is S2 to 3.
It's common.
Is common. So the first and the fifth also have common.
Yeah, x2 to x3. So not touching.
So they are
Touching.
the second we can say here. The second and these two not non-touching because they have common node.
Yes.
Common S4. This the third and this fourth also have
Touching.
common node or branches. And this and with this also has common node. So the fourth, the third and the fourth also common node.
Yeah.
This 5
Yeah,
is common node.
Yeah.
And these two also common node.
So only one.
Only one non-counting node. Non-counting node. Now, if we have studied this terminology, we should study the Mason-Gain formula. The Mason-Gain formula is very difficult. It's very complex. So we should pay attention to.
We should ignore this one. How should?
What?
It's difficult.
Difficult.
Yes.
The Mason-Gain formula equal to this. The Mason-Gain formula equal to, we can say, the overall chance test can be obtained from the Mason-Gain formula. The MS also the transfer function. It is the phi equal to y by rs, and also equal to 1 by delta s, and times sigma k from 1 to big N qks and times delta s. What? Too much. Much, you can say. Y is the output and R is the input. It is easy to understand. But the data, what's the meaning of data? And LA, LB, LC, what's this? And QK, data K, what's the meaning? We first study it step by step. Delta equal to 1 minus sigma LA plus sigma L1A LB minus sigma LA LB and C plus. You can see it here. And this minus and plus and change. You can see here. First is minus and second is plus and then minus plus. What's the meaning of LA? LA is the each closed path, the gain of each closed path. It was closed path means loop. And LBLC, the product of these gains of two non-touch loops. Non-touch here, this non-touch loops. LB, LC the data. What's the meaning of data? Data. And what's the meaning of code K? Data K. What's the meaning of big N? What's the meaning of big N? Let's go on. QM is the gain of each forward pass. So the Q1 is the vector gain of the first forward pass. Q2 is the gain of the second forward pass. We can see here. This data M is the co-effect of data. It is the determinant of this remaining subgraph with this forward pass that produce QM is removed. Thus, data M doesn't include any loops that touch the forward pass in question. This data M equal to unity when this forward pass touches all the loops in the pass or when the pass contains no loops. The co-effect of data is determined of this remaining subgraph with the forward pass that produce QM is removed. Understand what does this mean? Any question? This co-in, understand? There are two forward pass, so there are two Q1, Q2. And this N, big N, what's the meaning of big N? Big N, what's the meaning of big N? The big N is this number of forward pass, the number of forward pass. And this data M is the co-effect of data. It's determined by this remaining subgraph when the forward pass that produced Qn is removed. So let's close this and do these exercises. How to
বইতে আছে
বাংলা লেখতেছে আসলে বাংলা লেখছে বাংলা তো মানে রচনা লিখছি লেখা ঠিক আছে
Sayang, now, if this no use, we will use brush it and all the parts. We do this step by step, and we should remember this MS, this Mason formula, gaining formula, Y is and by R is equal to
1 by delta S.
theta and sigma k from 1 to big N and theta k and 2k equal to delta k 2k. And this data is 1 minus, we can see here how many loops, L1, this we should LA equal to what? LA equal to what? LA means all these loops game.
look
Yes. We can see we will have 5 loops. So equal to what? BF plus GC plus DK plus BCDH plus BEH sigma. Now this sigma LB LC equal to what? It is the product of gains of two non-touching loops. We see here there are 2 pairs or non-touching pairs, non-touching loops.
yes
So the gains, the product of these 2 non-touching gains is BCDK. BCDK.
BFDK. BFDK. Not C log.
Oh, BF, yes, BFDK. So this delta equal to what? Delta. This delta equal to 1 minus sigma LA and plus sigma LB LC equal to 1 plus BF plus this BF minus GC minus GK minus BC DH minus BEH plus BF DK. This is the delta.
Yeah.
And this 2 forward pass. 2 forward pass. One is co1. Co1. We will see. Co1 equal to what? Co1 is equal to A, B, C, D. And Q2 equal to A, B, E. A, B, E.
A is
Now we go on the data K. Data K is this data 1. Data 1 is the data. Data 1 equal to what? Is equal to what? The mean is the cofactor of data. It is determined over this produce this Q1. We can see here A, B, C, D. We can see here. If this have B, this have B, so this should be finished. This have C, this have D, B, C, B, B. So this data 1 equal to 1. It means this forward pass have touched with this data 1. We should cancel this loop and this forward pass if they have common node or common branch. So this should be should be deleted.
Don't understand. How can this
Because this have a common path B. So this for this data 1, this part should be deleted.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
This C have a common branch.
C?
C have a common branch D. Have a common branch B, C, B. So it is remain this deleted remain 1. For the second data 2, A, B, E common B should be deleted. B, A, B, E this remained. D, A, B, this remained. DK, A, B, E. B should delete B. So this data 2 equal to remain equal to B, GC and DK. GC and DK. And so this Mason formula by this we can get this equal to data 1 minus this data 1 Q1 A, B, C, D and plus A, B, E times 1. This is A, B, E minus A, B, E, G, C minus A, B, E, G, K. So this is the transfer function of this.
This is delta 2, please.
What?
I don't understand delta 2.
Data 2.
Yeah.
Data 2, we can see here A, B, E.
Yes.
This B is a common branch.
So this goes.
Is it? But this GC have no.
Oh.
This DK have no common branches. But this have B. Okay.
This comes close.
So it is 1 minus GC minus DK is remain. Okay. This is how to simplify this block diagram. are so happy. They are so. What's the happy thing?
It's hard.
Last week.
What?
A, B, C, D, G, C,
A,
A, B, E, G, C.
G, C, A, B, E. This is data Q, Q2. We can say this is data 1, Q1 plus data 2, Q2. Data 1, Q1, data 2, Q2. Q2 times 1 equal to ABE. Q2 times GC. Q2 times DK.
Delta 1 Q1 plus delta 2 Q2.
Yes. This is by this listen again formula.
Last week. How do we from this equation, right?
We will show the LA. We show the put it in this LB, this. So we show the compute this data, and this part equal to data 1 Q1. What is the Q1? You can see Q1 is this the first forward the game of forward punch.
Yes,
ABCD.
Yes.
And Q2 is the second forward punch.
Yes.
The game of ABE. And this data 1 is the 1. Why? Because every node is punching with the first forward punch. So the touch you should delete ABE, ABCD, ABCD. This is ABCD. And the second is data 2, Q2 times data 2, ABE times 1, ABE. ABE times minus GC.
Oh, Q1 times delta 1
Yes.
Okay.
Correct? Okay.
So this is the law. 1 by delta Q1 delta 1 plus Q2 delta.
Right. Yes. Now we showed there are 5 minutes. We showed
Finish.
no. We showed the introduce the response of impulse and the step signal.
Yes, Lottie, okay.
Okay. We only introduce the terminology of it, and so there were too much content of this class. So you should pay attention, and after class you should do some review the first. Okay. Test import senders. The response of to a specific import sender will provide several measures of this performance of control system. The actual import sender of system is usually known. Standard test import sender is normally children. Many control systems experience import senders very similar to the standard test senders. Unit, impulse import, step import, ramp import, acceleration import, sinusoid import. Now you can see here, this is the impulse sender. It is in some partial. For this sender, it's very simple. When t equal to 0, now this delta t is infinity. If t is not 0, then delta t is 0. So the integral of delta t dt from minus infinity to infinity is 1, and there is r is equal to 1. R is impulse equal to 1. Second is the unit step. Now, for the unit step, this UFT equal to 0 if t is less than 0, equal to 1 if t is greater than 0. So the R is equal to 1 by S. For this run, RT equal to t, then the R is equal to 1 by S squared. And the force is the acceleration, RT equal to 1 by 2 t squared. Then the R is 1 by S, 1 by S power 3. Now here, this is the corresponding figures. The first is the steps and this function tables for this direct pulse. The data for the time function is delta. Now the R is 1. The unit steps is 1. Then the R is 1 by S. This R, input is T, and this R is 1 by S squared. For this exponential, this input is E power minus 18, and this R is 1 by S plus 8. For this sinusoid input, this is the sin omega t, and this for this R is equal to omega by S squared plus omega squared. So this will only use to by this Laplace transform. We can get it. For this impartial for transfer function, we can say data t equal to is an impulse function. Then this Laplace transform is 1. For this impulse function, we can say here. So it is not very difficult for us to understand it. We should only pay attention to it and study it step by step. Now, there is a sum. Maybe next class we can finish this chapter.
Yes.
Okay. That's all. How to give this examination of this course? Because some students have a lot of time to come.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Other courses have give this examination detail.
When they will come in China,
Yes.
That time office will take their exam.
Oh, we should wait for their time. Coming.
You can give us assignment. It's fine.
We also should do experiment